Welcome to ADT's Sharda Bai Pawar Arts Commerce Science College Sharda Nagar Baramati. I am Professor Poonam Mishra, brought for you subject bookkeeping and accountancy, in which we have started chapter number 6, Dissolution of Partnership Firm. So students, now we will solve the 10th practical problem from the 6th chapter, Dissolution of Partnership Firm. Here this is the case where the two partners will become insolvent. So you have learned that how to dissolve or how to close down the firm in a simple dissolution, or when one partner become insolvent. Now this is the case where two partners will be insolvent. So you can see this is the question where two partners are the bankrupt or they are the insolvent person. So ultimately the useful information is your sharing ratio, which is 3:2:1. So the balance sheet, from the balance sheet what we take, we record all the opening balances and we distribute the general reserve and profit and loss. So the capital account of XIIth and Nupur is given on the liability side, and capital account of Sanika is given 10,000 on a asset side. So this is a asset side means debit balance and liability side is a credit balance. So we will record the respective opening balances. Okay students, so in the partners capital account credit side, I will record the XIIth and Nupur's opening balance 65,000 and 15,000, and Sanika's opening balance will be recorded 10,000 on the debit side of partners capital account. After that, you can see that only one outsider's liability is there, that is creditor 95,000, and sundry asset is having the simple amount, that is 1,60,000. Apart from that, you can see the bank account. So what we have to do, so first we will record the opening bank balance in the bank account. So let's go in the bank account, and in that bank account we will record the opening balance of bank, that is 5,000 students. After that, before going on the adjustment, we transfer all the assets and all the liability in the realization account. So asset will be transferred on the debit side and liability will be transferred on the credit side of the realization. So let's go in the realization account. On the debit side, I have written to sundry asset 1,60,000, and credit side I have written by sundry liability 95,000. So from the balance sheet we have taken all the required amount and we have recorded the opening balance, and we have transferred the liabilities and assets in the realization account. Now let's solve the adjustment. So here you can see they have asked you to show the necessary ledger account to close the books of the firm. So you know what are the necessary account: realization account, partners capital account, and most importantly cash account or cash and bank account. So let's read the first adjustment. The firm dissolved on 31st March. Sundry asset realized at the rate of 60% of the book value. So what is the book value of the sundry asset? 1,60,000, and 60% of it is realized after selling the asset. So you have to solve the first working note behind the bank account, and you will give the heading working notes. In that, the first adjustment is 60% of book value. So student, sundry asset is 1,60,000 and 60% of is 96,000. So this 96,000 is a realized amount. So what will be the journal entry? Journal entry will be bank account debit. So here is the bank account. On the bank account debit side I have written 96,000, and on the realization account credit side I will write by bank account 96,000, in bracket I will write asset realized. After that you can see what is given: 2,000 realization expenses, which is rupees 2,000 paid by XIIth. So XIIth is paying the realization expenses. What will be the entry then? realization account debit. So let's go on the realization account debit, and then we will write to Shweta's capital account. She has paid the 2000, so I have written the 2000 here. And Shweta's capital account credit side by realization, and in Shweta's column I will write 2000. After that you can see what is given. Nupur and Sanika. Now here in case two partners are insolvent, and how much amount is recovered from their private estate? It is 3000 and 8000. So from Nupur's private estate only 3000 is being recovered, and from Sanika's private estate only 8000 is being recovered. So what is the journal entry for amount recovered from the insolvent partners? So journal entry is bank account debit to insolvent partners account. So here we will go in the bank account, and we will write to Nupur's capital account 3000, to Sanika's capital account 8000, and partner's capital account credit side will write by bank account. Okay, and then we will write the Nupur's column 3000 and Sanika's column 8000. So students, you can see we are done with all the adjustment. Now we have to settle the accounts, and since it is a case that here the two partners are insolvent, that is Nupur and Sanika. So two partners are insolvent, only Shweta is solvent partner. So what we have to do, we have to first close the realization account, and now we will close the realization account. But before closing, we will see nothing was given for the adjustment, in the adjustment for the payment of liability. If nothing is given, we will directly make the entry for the payment of liability. So how much liability we had transferred? 95,000. Now that 95,000 will be paid off. So entry will be realization account debit. Actually, rather than writing sundry liability, what I have to write? I have to write to bank account, because the liability is getting paid by the bank account. Okay, so bank, rather than writing sundry liability account, I will write bank account, and in bracket I should write creditors paid. This I can write for making it understandable. So realization account debit to bank account, so we'll go in the bank account also, and there we will write by realization account 95,000 for the payment of liability. Now after settling all the adjustment, I solved, and I realized that for liability no any adjustment was given, so I make one entry for the payment of liability. Now I can close my account, realization account. So credit total is student 1,91,000 and debit total is 2,57,000. So 2,57,000 is a higher total which will be written on both sides, and 1,91,000 will be deducted from 2,57,000, and the balance amount I will get 66,000. So this 66,000 will be distributed in ratio. As you can see, loss, if the debit side is higher, it is a loss situation. So how will we solve? Loss, Shweta 3/6 33,000, Nupur 66 in star stand for multiplication, so 66,000 multiplied by 2/6 22,000, Sanika 66 1/6 11,000. So this loss we will write in the realization account individually for respective partners 33 22 11, and in outer column collective loss will be written 66,000. Now this loss will be transferred to the partners capital account. Here you can see that 33 22 and 11,000 I have transferred. So now all the adjustment are done. After closing of realization and transferring the balance, first I will close the insolvent partners capital account, because the balance which is due of insolvent partner will be borne or will be paid by the solvent partner. So I should close the insolvent partners first. So as of now you can see that in the credit side of the Nupur total is 18,000 and the debit side of the Nupur is 22,000. So 22,000 is a higher total. I have written the 22,000 both the side, and I will deduct 18,000 from 22. So I will get the closing balance of 4,000, which will be paid by. So you have to write the closing balance, and again Sanika's total is 21, debit total is 21 and credit total is 8,000. So 21 I have written on both the side. After deducting 8,000 I got the closing balance 13,000. So these two amount will not be transferred in the bank account, student. It is borne by the solvent partner. So who is the solvent partner? Shweta. So I, rather than writing the bank account, I will write Shweta's capital account because it's a closing balance of insolvent partner. So closing balance of insolvent partner, instead of writing bank account we have to write the name of solvent partner. So solvent partner's name I have written Shweta, and amount closing balance is recorded. Now this amount will be borne by Shweta. So in Shweta's it's a loss for Shweta. So in the Shweta's column I will go and I will write 4,000 and 13,000 individually, but it is from the Nupur's capital account and Sanika's capital account, you can see. So I have transferred it here. Now I can close the Shweta's capital account. Shweta's debit total is 50,000 and credit total is 67,000. So 67 is a higher total, which I have written on both sides. And after deducting the 50,000, the closing balance of Shweta's capital is 17,000. So you can see from this partner's capital account only 17,000 will be transferred to the bank account. The closing balance of Nupur and Sanika is transferred to the solvent partner account. So this is the difference in case of insolvency. Otherwise the pattern is same, student. Okay, so I have transferred the balance of Shweta's capital 17,000, and you can see that all the things is being recorded, and now I have to do the total. So by total I get 1,12,000 debit total and also 1,12,000 credit total. My bank account is getting tallied. It means I have solved the question very correctly. Hope you understood the video. So the remaining simple dissolution practical problem and illustration and the remaining question from the practical problem is your assignment. Start solving that, student, in your assignment notebook, which is not covered by me. But whatever the question is covered by me, solve it in your account notebook. Till then, thank you and bye-bye, and keep your doubts ready so we can solve the doubts, students, in Google Meet session. Thank you.